Be advised, mature content ahead. This podcast is brought to you ad-free thanks to the Legion of Demons at patreon.com/NOTLP. If you like what you hear, there's much more at patreon.com/NOTLP. Join the Legion. That's patreon.com/NOTLP. And now the show.
How do you do? Just a word of friendly warning. I think it will thrill you. It may shock you. It might even horrify you. So if any of you feel that you do not care to subject your nerves to such a strain, now is your chance to, well, we've warned you.
Oh boy, howdy. We want to welcome Lewis Fowler back.
Yay!
Hello, everyone.
Hey,
Hi.
welcome back.
Hi, sir.
Mr. Fowler.
Thank you. Hi.
How many years is this that we have Lewis with us for?
I think it's about 10 years.
10 years.
Yeah.
It's gotta
I
be
guess.
Awesome.
Yeah.
only a handful of strokes on your end, but like just a handful.
A few. and there's a real torrential rain going right now.
It's
Oh, you
raining
guys are
here
getting-
too. I feel so connected
It's raining
to
here
you.
too.
It's kismet. I also had a handful of strokes before I came.
Oh, I bet you
Ah. Oh, thank you very much.
did.
There was more than a handful.
Ah, whoa.
That's not where I wanted this to go. But anyway, yes, Lewis is with us.
Yes.
It's September.
Thank you very much. Yep, it's my birthday.
It's your birthday today?
Is it today?
No, it's
You son of a
the 7th.
Because I have it on
Oh,
my
it's really
calendar,
close.
and you really fucked with me there for a minute. I was like, oh shit, my calendar's broken.
No, it's the 7th, and it might, the way things are going, it's not going to be around this year, so get your presents ready.
Yeah, bring all the presents and leave them at this P.O. box, 100 Pueblo, Colorado.
Just 100?
It was
100
somewhere.
It was New Jersey and you know it.
You think Pueblo, Colorado shut down when all the brochure places closed?
Yeah, it's like a ghost town now. It's on fire underground for no reason. And won't no one can put it out.
It's like just
Some guys go into otherwise watching the shadow go by. All the people watching the things.
Yeah, they shut the brochure mines down, and and the town just died.
We should make a horror movie.
It was their whole economy.
About that. About the town dries up, and then people have to go into like the old catalog town to like get help because they're stranded because they drove over a bunch of spikes. But then you pan in on the spikes, and they're made out of like paper mache, like catalog material. Or what is it when you make paper real hard, with lacquer and stuff?
You know when you
Ralph paper.
Maybe they're using those paper footballs.
Yeah. They're just flicking those at you. You're just riddled with paper football cuts.
bruises.
They're just embedded.
Somebody got an eye put out.
They're like embedded in you, like They're like throwing stars.
Or you could make a throwing star out of paper.
They're going to redo Hellraiser again.
On Hulu, right? As a
trailer
series.
out?
Yeah. And maybe it's time for a Cenobite that is just like
From Pueblo, Colorado.
paper footballs embedded in its skin.
Yeah, I think you're right.
You could have a Cenobite that's the guy with the question marks all over his jacket.
The Riddler?
Wasn't he the
guy from
money?
the other-
Matthew, let's go.
Yeah, and one's the ShamWow guy. Like he turns his face, around, and you finally see the other side of that meme face that he has, and it's all fucking burned up.
See,
anyway.
millennials will not know what they're
true.
saying because they have no idea.
Millennials will know. You guys, we are millennials in some accountings.
Who's the ones that the young people, Z's, don't know about landlines and commercials?
They do because they've
Those
heard
countings
this
are weird. I don't trust those countings.
Late night Cenobite.
I think you have to feel your generation. You have to just sort of aim for what you think you were in.
Oh,
Yeah.
I feel like the Greatest Generation.
Yeah, you feel like that? Like, is it because you like to cook so much and you're like, you can substitute water for just about any ingredient?
No, it's like I approach everything like I'm storming Normandy.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah, he stumbled around outside with his arm blown off the other day.
I go to Target already and like, yeah.
His ears are always
He's
whistling.
risking his life doing this podcast right now.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Oh man.
So yeah, it's another month of Lewis curated movies. We're starting with The Batwoman.
The Batwoman. The Ohio State University.
Your Cincinnati Batwoman.
We're gonna have a great year with this, guys. I feel it.
The Batwoman's really gonna go to the playoffs. I'm sure of it. The lady wrestling playoffs.
She definitely is.
Yeah.
She's qualified.
Well, at least the actor who played the wrestling version of her is.
Well, that's,
Yeah.
That was a pretty, when we get into the movie, I just got to remember to mention that those two women looked very different from one another.
What?
They do.
They were different women?
The wrestler.
The pro wrestling scenes. I get it.
There's the sexy Mexican Batwoman, and then you have the kind of haggard,
Stooped.
yeah.
Just a totally
sort
different
of-
body type.
somewhat, more. There's somewhat more of them.
There's
One's rode hard gotten hard ride on her, so
Yeah.
like, we'll get there. I don't want to, but it's like, how do you think I wasn't gonna notice? But there's lots of things in this movie. I'm like, they didn't care.
Yeah.
Don't pull at the strings, Amy.
I won't pull the strings.
Who are the strings?
There's a lot of strings too.
So many strings. So that's coming up, you guys. Anything else going on in life?
In life? Oh,
in
I
life.
get to play a gig. This just a random thing.
Freddie's playing a gig.
My friend Sarah
Very
Gigging.
exciting.
has a new book coming out called Hillbilly Madonna of Poetry. She's an awesome poet,
She really is.
and you're probably going to know her name one day because of her poetry. And that's Sarah Wagner. But I'll be playing at the Little Field here in Cincinnati on the 17th, just a few, like 5 songs between poetry readings. So if you're in
Very
that cross
psyched.
section of poetry, live poetry reading, and
Some guy that has a horror podcast.
and you're listening to the horror podcast, and you live in
And
Cincinnati,
you're also in town. Yeah.
and you happen to be in town.
and free.
Yeah.
It could be a huge audience.
Oh, at the Little Field?
Yeah, like that cross section.
Oh, the cross
The
section.
Venn
Yeah, who knows?
diagram of it.
Yeah, it could be.
I don't know. You never know. I was always surprised by how many Disney heads were into the
Horror Hound,
horror
yeah.
community and at Horror Hound. I'm like, what are all these people that love Disney doing here? It turns out when you like one thing, your heart is open.
Well, there is a subsection that I 100% know the horror fan who loves poetry are the vampire kids and the Poe kids, the people who like Edgar Allan Poe.
True.
The rest of horror fans are maybe a maybe not situation, but vampires
Right.
100% of the time.
Everybody loves a limerick.
Yeah. The limericks are always good.
That's
especially
that's
dirty ones.
Leprechaun fans. Yeah.
Oh my God,
Which is
Millie's
also
scratching.
horror.
What is
Do
Millie
you hear
doing?
Millie scratching?
Yeah.
You know what that just reminded me of? We watched Hereditary recently. Again, this is the
Yeah.
second time I've seen it. That is my favorite horror film, by the way. Now
It's a great movie, right?
it's so
Out
good.
of all the horror movies?
Yeah, he said
Of
that.
any supernatural horror, not Jaws is still my favorite movie, right? But
Ugh.
that's that's a whole
Now
thing.
you're going to subcategories.
But really, like gothic-y, supernatural, like folk horror, like horror, hardcore
now you'd
horror.
be like, this is my favorite.
Can you say like my second best horror film?
I could just leave Jaws in the top, but I feel like Jaws it transcends genre.
That's your favorite movie, probably.
My
right?
favorite movie is
Yeah.
Jaws.
Yeah.
My favorite horror movie is Hereditary now.
Really?
And I can't believe it. I mean, I remembered enjoying it, but I don't remember enjoying it as much as the second time. The second time
There's a
through
lot of
was very
layers. Yeah.
rewarding, yeah.
Are you going to get not Millie, what's her name? Millie Shapiro's autograph? at Horror Hound.
The girl whose head popped off.
Yeah, like the mama had
Is
a
she
baby.
a horror hound?
Yeah,
Oh my
she's gonna be a
gosh.
horror
She's
hound.
gonna be clacking her tongue the whole weekend.
I'm
never gets
not
tired
much of
of
a
it.
signature person or autograph person or meeting people person.
Oh, you call horror and Hereditary is your favorite movie? Guess not.
Yeah. I don't like people.
Oh, true. You love everyone. Oh, horrorhoundweekend.com. It's up a couple weeks now.
Two
Yeah.
weeks.
2 weeks.
Oh yeah.
Till we're back in the saddle.
Friday night Cabin Girl screening. Make a point to be there.
Get in
Buddy
the
John's
saddle.
movie. Back in the saddle again.
In the saddle.
Friday night movie screening. Cabin Girl. Mark your calendar if you're coming to Horror Hound.
And when's your gig? What date is that?
The 17th of September.
Okay.
2020.
So are you guys gonna to stay here, or are you gonna come to have a
Like a jacuzzi hotel.
yeah?
Like with a big heart-shaped jacuzzi in it that's attached
Well,
to
yeah.
it. Yeah. Nah, we're just staying at home.
Nah.
We're having some patrons are coming by. We're going to give them the old pizza pie.
The pizza party
know what
that
that
we
means.
left to do. Because we grew up with pizza parties.
We made some sodas when we
That
drank.
sounds sinister.
Some
We're gonna
Cuban
have them over
sodas.
for a pizza party. It sounds like someone needs to take us to catch a predator.
I just got to go in the other room and make some lemonade.
We're just inviting these
See
people
here.
over for pizza parties.
Hey, I was just trying to warn them to not talk to people online. So I was just trying to help all these people out.
That's why you were showing up with all these pizzas.
Yeah, that's why I was wearing my
Shouldn't
jockstrap.
go to strange podcasters' homes.
I always warn people on my jockstrap.
Oh, I love pizza parties. I love pizza.
Parties too, combined together.
It's really a win-win-win.
Yeah.
So the other day, when we were going to do Topacana last Wednesday, Kelley had some technical difficulties, so we couldn't do it.
Basically, a DILF walked in and I couldn't resist. I was like, look, it's not my usual thing, but this dad, I would like to fuck. And so I had to fuck him.
Yeah.
See?
And
Follow your
technically it was a difficulty in recording the show. So
difficulty.
A difficulty. I can't even say what you said.
Doesn't
a
matter.
difficulty.
He was having that. And so Freddie and I were sitting in this room, like after, we turned everything off. And I was just in the mood to talk. So I was like, turn on the recorder. Let's record this. Let's just talk. And then I gave you a couple topics. And then
it got so weird. It got too weird.
It did get weird. Because I think Freddie was uncomfortable with my topic of what is wrong with Nick Cannon? Why does he have so many babies? It is weird. And Freddie's like, I don't think you're allowed to say that. And I'm like, I think I am.
You're allowed to say that. I just said like I'm a little hesitant.
No. And now I'm putting it on the show.
To get up in somebody's business about how many kids they have. But it seems like it's none of my business.
But come on.
The world's burning, Freddie. We need
The world
less
is
people.
burning. Yeah, we do need less people. But I'm not having kids. And that's one of the reasons. One of the many reasons.
Well, I think it might be maybe not him. Maybe like other people have white kids.
Elon Musk.
Musk got a baby.
Yeah, if you've been that would be great. But behind that, it's the Nick Cannon's probably. I would agree with him.
Step in that.
Yeah.
Well, I will just do it from the viewpoint of a woman, and then just this man who just wants to put babies in me, and then leave and go find other ladies to put babies in. And
But
I think that's weird.
But you still, Elon Musk is doing that.
Oh, I know. And we talked. I brought that up because I was like,
was part of
a
it,
big
too.
part of his shit is the great replacement thing, and he's like, gotta make more white babies so we can stem the
Has he
tide
ever
of.
said the quiet part out loud about what kind
I
of
think his
babies
dad
Elon Musk
did,
wants?
didn't he? His dad's on this whole. They're fucking.
He wants
They're from South
musky
Africa.
babies.
We know what
Mine
he
owners from South Africa. Come on.
Anyone ever smelled a musky baby? I don't think that happens ever.
It was left in the basement too long.
Not musty, musky.
I have smelt a musty baby.
I've smelled
but
a
not
musty
a
baby.
musky baby.
Yeah.
Like musk is supposed to be good, right?
Well, musk is just your natural scent of pheromones. A baby's, I guess, you wouldn't describe the powdery fresh scent of a baby's head as musk. No. That's like its own thing.
Musk is what comes from like working for a day.
Yeah.
Musk is like you have a baby and you like roll them against a horse.
Roll them. Oh, horses are I guess musky then, huh? Listen, my dad was musky.
Also, my other he was, but he verged on put some more deodorant on sometimes though.
Oh, but he could get his pits going.
Oh God,
his pits and his under the blanket farts, his overnight under the blanket farts.
My other controversial topic, and I need your opinion. I am fascinated by all the bodies, ancient ruins they're finding in these lake beds that are drying up because of
the global warming,
because the world is on fire.
Yeah,
fascinated by it. Am I allowed to be, or should I be more like?
You can be fascinated with whatever you want.
Well, you be fascinated. While it's great, these ancient ruins gets great, but think it's weird when you're faced with it.
Yeah, like what it is, what it means.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought for a minute you were talking about Lake Mead, but now I realize
Lake Mead and other places.
You're talking about an actual. Was there something of major historical?
Yeah, there's all this shit being found in other, other countries.
I didn't know this. Yeah, I've been.
I know that you're not rooting for global climate change so it's okay. You can be fascinated because you're not like, oh, I wish we could dry up more lakes. I need to see what life was like for an ancient Celt like you.
Could you imagine what's at the bottom of the Ohio River?
Oh,
garbage.
Just garbage.
Lots of garbage.
I'm gonna go with garbage.
A lot of pig parts probably over the years. They probably sloughed. Could you imagine the number of porcine remains that were just like churned into that water over like a century of meat packing and
it's
stuff?
A very porky town.
I just feel like there would be an insane amount of bones down there.
But probably that washes off. That washes with the.
It's in Mississippi now.
It should get eroded.
Well, it's definitely not probably still sitting in front of Cincinnati.
Well,
I don't think you're going to find any pig carcasses.
Do you think
from like the 1920s?
We have like pig carcasses from further north.
How can you tell the difference?
Oh, they wear.
Which way does the Ohio River flow?
Uniform.
Yeah,
east to west.
They got those hats with the ear flaps on them.
Yeah, you could tell the northern.
Yes.
Yeah, because they have the ear flaps.
Yeah.
That's how you know those are northern pig remains.
Yeah.
How stupid.
Yeah, but it is weird how we are at once being drowned by too much water and being dried out by not enough water. It's like Dewey Cox, but for the environment, like where he needed both more and less blankets. What do you do with this information? It's too much.
I don't know, man.
I don't know.
You ready to move on?
Oh yeah, I've been for a while.
Hello, boys and girls. It's time for Straight-to-Video Russian Roulette.
¿De qué va la peli?
Es de suspenso. Dale, vos, apuren. Ya empezó la película. ¿Querés irte?
Por algo vinimos, ¿no?
Allow me to translate.
You can't.
He said, "How do you say?" And then she was like so. Yeah, that was in another language.
Sometimes the trailer isn't in English, and that's fine.
Yeah, But it sounded spooky though.
It's Italian.
It was Spanish.
Oh, okay.
What was it called?
The Last Matinee, or the Spanish title is called Red Screening, I think.
All right, cool.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. I had to look up where it's took place in because it said the location was Montevideo, and I don't know my South American cities. It's Uruguay.
Ah.
It's the capital,
Well.
I suppose. You're gay. No, I am. Me too.
Get out. That's great. All right.
Paraguay, there's 2 of them.
Where are you from? Paraguays?
It's okay. Does
a pair of gays beat a pair of straights?
They're straight.
A pair of straights.
Depends. Are they like leather daddies or twinks?
This is what I'm saying.
Oh my.
You could make a whole like new version of Go Fish out of this. Like, for the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't quit trying to groom these kids, Fred.
Yeah, goddammit.
Come on over, have some pizza, kiddo. You like playing cards?
I'm gonna teach you. You're a gay, pair gay.
Yeah, we can play it at the drag queen reading hour at the libraries. Okay, last screening. I really liked this movie. It was really good, guys.
Yeah?
But then
Oh, nice.
I got movie insecurity because after you really like a movie, you look it up to see if everybody else agrees with you.
Yeah.
And then you let it change your opinion.
No, it didn't change my opinion, but it's like, what are these people looking at that I'm not looking at?
You know what? I'm glad that you had that experience. That's, to me, is the sweetest thing, is when I find something I really love and then I go on IMDb and they're like,
I want to find out more about it.
So stupid. I can't believe anybody would watch this. It's vomit. Like the Halo TV series. I'm loving that shit. And I went to IMDb and it was just a bunch of 1-star reviews and people complaining. I don't know. Works for me.
This movie didn't get bad reviews, but it was like 58% on Rotten Tomatoes or whatever.
58's pretty good.
Yeah.
For a horror movie, yeah.
Yeah, for a horror movie especially.
Okay, well, then maybe I'm not too outside of the norm. But this movie is very Giallo-esque, which I loved. It was very stylized, which all Giallo movies are. But it wasn't like obvious, you know what I mean? It was more of a homage, a love letter, if you will.
No.
Had the vibe without being exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It takes place in a theater very much like the one in Demons.
Oh, yeah?
You know, like those giant old-timey movie houses?
Yeah.
Where there's like balconies and shit.
Yeah.
I love balconies.
Yeah, me too. Like, especially in a theater.
Yeah. And it's like a beautiful theater, too. It's like marble and shit.
Yeah.
And like
Marble and
stairs.
shit.
Yeah.
Human
That is
shit.
quite a combo.
Yeah.
Yeah, the soft and the hard. the marble and the shit. And it just takes place in just the theater, right? It's like the last showing. There's like maybe 10 people in the theater, including the projectionist. And there's a serial killer just picking them off one by one. And
that's fun. I mean, not
and
for them.
There's most of the criticism I read that there's no story. There's like nobody for you to get attached to because there's no character development. But there was character development. There's like how a bunch of people are thrown together and they're all like characters. They're all different. Everybody got their quirks. And I love those type of movies where on cruise ships or like hotels.
Yeah.
And you just get a bunch of different characters all thrown together and
they are identifiable because they're like very specifically about one thing and it's not a big thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that. That's like the old Twilight Zone style of like setup, you know?
Yeah. And since there's the last showing, they're all scattered throughout the theater. So it's easy for this and the theater is so big, it's easy for the serial killer to pick them off one by one.
Does it take place modern?
No, it's 90s or something.
90s? Okay.
Yeah. But it happens in a way that you don't roll your eyes like, come on, that's not going to happen. It happens like in a believable way, the kills.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
like they put someone through the projector and they get squished.
You can see them roll through the projector.
Yeah, they roll through the reels.
They get all flattened out. No, it's not Looney Tunes. But yeah, even though it's a very simple story, but there's no story. You just see the serial killer just pick them off one by one. And another thing I love about movies that take place in theaters, there's always like a movie showing on the screen too.
It was hardcore pornography.
Yeah. The hardest core.
The hardest, of course.
4 X's.
Oh.
Yeah. And you know that the movies they show on the screen, they're most of the times are made up movies.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's part of the fun of seeing these.
The movie within the movie.
Yeah.
And how much they tried.
Yeah, exactly.
Like whether they tried or not, or they went for funny or whatever. Yeah.
And in this movie, I kind of want to see too, than when they put on the screen, the fake movie. So it's like another little, extra reason why I like it. And another great thing they did, like the stuff on the screen was kind of mirrored on what was happening in the theater. Like the kills were very well timed to like moments on the screen.
Yeah, kind of like in A Christmas Story when they're fighting for the bathroom and then they cut to that hot pot of chili and it looks like poop.
I've never seen Christmas Story.
Oh, okay.
It was well choreographed.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Freddie made that up. That's not in the Christmas Story.
No, it is. Remember where he's trying to get in the bathroom, but he won't let him in because he's using the Little Orphan Annie decoder ring?
Oh, yes, I do.
And
remember.
then he's like, Ralphie, I gotta poop. And then they cut to the momster and the chili all close up.
Yes,
like,
okay, I do. I remember that now.
forever.
Sorry, I thought you were just.
Yeah.
I envisioned Kevin from The Office spilling, like it went to Kevin spilling a pot of chili. And I was like, that didn't happen in A Christmas Story.
Christmas Story 2 is coming out next year.
You mean
with actually the real people into the album.
Really?
Yeah.
Darren McGavin's bones?
Probably.
Yeah, bones.
Even his bones are good.
But it's next year.
Well, didn't they? I thought they already did that with the grown-up Ralphie. They did it where he wanted to get a car.
They did a
Daniel
TV
Stern
movie version.
Yeah, the dad. So this is a third. Technically, this is just.
What is it called? This is called A Christmas Story.
A Christmas Story, and
yeah.
So it's part of the official Christmas Story cinematic
like
universe.
Nightmare,
Is it canon?
What was it? Nightmare 7?
Yeah.
Is it like that?
Maybe. Well, you can go to
It's going to be a Christmas Story Kills is what we're going to get in a few years.
That's Cleveland, right? That house?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've been there.
Oh, have you been? Since it was the museum or before?
So, we didn't go in, but we drove to it.
Yeah, that's cool.
And it was a musium.
Yeah.
But we didn't go in on it.
Do you think
it's an okay movie, Andy?
It'll make the magic... It'll make
people are gonna say you had to watch it when you were a kid. You don't understand.
I didn't.
I want to see.
Well, what's funny is I didn't
until I was grown up.
I didn't see it until I was a grown up, but I do love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How grown up? What would you consider grown up?
My 20s, 25, maybe.
It was in my
maybe later
30s.
See, I've observed enough from pop culture that I think I've seen it.
Yeah.
The leg lamp.
Yeah.
The tongue on the frozen tongue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The problematic Chinese people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The BB gun.
Yeah.
Farkas.
Yeah.
You met, right?
We've all met
we've
him.
all met him.
Oh, I thought Andy met him too. You had
No, just Kelley.
Yeah.
He threatened Kelley or something.
He threatened to kiss or kill me, and he was taking dudes down in 3 moves or less.
Isn't he a tiny guy though?
I mean, he's a medium-sized dude.
Okay.
He's a medium-sized. He's not medium.
Is he the one that sat on your cooler?
No, that was the kid from
that was Pet Sematary.
Pet Sematary. That was Gage.
I'm getting my child actors mixed up.
He sat on the cooler and did not want to get up.
He was not pleased when I
He
said,
wasn't happy.
Fuck off my cooler.
No, I didn't say it that way. I was polite.
All right, Andy, the last
matinee. Sorry. Got a little off track there. We ended up in Cleveland.
We went down memory lane together.
Took the wrong train, ended up on the wrong stop.
Is this on Shudder?
Shudder, yes. What else did I like about it? The actors are really good. All the performances are great. The kills were real fun, but not in an over-the-top Giallo-esque way. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But
they were not Giallo-esque?
They weren't over the top, like
they weren't like
super like crazy.
Was it not buckets of blood? Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Or no one went through a window or anything.
Yeah, and there were some like really original kills too. Like, there's some things I'm sure like, oh, they've done that before, but I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
I haven't. No, like
How How do they get to the kills? Is it like behind people? The kind of stats them from behind, or what?
No, it's like all kinds of kills from the side, the front, the back. Too.
But they can't really like watch from the beginning. You gotta watch it all from the end, right?
Oh yeah,
to know someone's gonna be.
You gotta work their way from the back row forward, killing people.
Yeah,
I guess. Yeah. No, it was all those kills are pretty scattered throughout the whole theater. It's so big that you can get away with like moving around.
That's a big theater.
Yeah.
Stadium seating.
Yeah. This was back in the day where it was like before assigned seating, so you couldn't just move up and get another seat.
Here's the thing: stadium seating is not scary. Like, so it's not stadium seating, right? It's
is
old
because
school. It's not just the row that goes up where you can hide. You can't hide in stadium seating.
No, it's slopey.
Yeah,
it's sloped enough.
There's a sloped floor. Okay, well, all right, but
there's like a balcony, so
like the movie theaters of our childhood, but not the current.
Yeah, but this was very grand. It was huge.
Yeah.
The biggest. Huge. It's the best theater. It's huge.
Get out of here with that nonsense.
But I have to say, it's kind of a spoiler. There's a point near the end where somebody that I was really attached to bites it, and I felt it was unearned. It felt mean.
Yeah.
Because you liked them.
Yeah. They slip on popcorn butter, and then they were in a coma for 6 months, and then they just took them off of life support. And then they got back to the killer going after people.
Yeah, they came back like 6 months later out of coma. And that's my only criticism of it, which is like kind of a good thing because it made you attached to this character. And,
I mean, to be attached to a character is, I think, a big achievement for any filmmaker. Like, if I can come away with like, "Ooh, I really like that person," or "I really hate that person,"
do they have to like find someone like he's in the bathroom, or
Yes, there is.
He needs something.
Yeah, there is a bathroom kill. Like I think most movies,
like Scary Movie too,
a dildo right through the head. I was like, "Come on, you ripped Scary Movie off." Which is a great movie, by the way. I love that movie.
I do too. It brings me immense amounts of joy.
Last Matinee, I highly recommend it. I really, really like this.
What's crazy is you almost exclusively hate your roulette movies, so this is very exciting.
No, I've gotten
his art's more open.
Yeah, this year's I haven't gotten money.
Yeah.
First of all, but like Fresh was really good.
That's true. All right, maybe this is when Andy learns
to
love.
Hey, don't blame me. Blame the movies
that I pick.
Don't blame me.
I guess really you have to blame yourself, Amy.
Oh, Lewis, did you want to participate in this
for the month?
Sure.
All right, I'm gonna throw you in.
Oh, he's gonna throw you in.
We're gonna spin Lewis round.
This movie is called Glorious. It is also on Shudder.
I saw this advertised.
Oh, it's got the J.K. Simmons in it.
Yeah, we know the writer and the director of this movie.
A heartbroken man finds himself trapped in a bathroom with a strange voice who says he may be the only hope in stopping a terrible event. A Shudder original.
Fun fact about the writer is that he works, or maybe even partly owns, Scarlet Lane Brewing, which does the Horror Hound beer.
Ooh.
Conflict of interest.
No, Freddie knows the writer and director.
Freddie knows things.
Everybody knows. In horror knows Becky McKendry.
Freddie farts and he knows things. That's his Tyrion quote.
I actually don't.
Yeah,
I've never encountered that person.
Freddie knows people.
Oh shit! Oh shit! It's
Amy.
me. It was almost you, Lewis. It was almost you.
You can play it along, Lewis. Just we can watch it with Amy.
You are allowed to watch it too.
Yeah.
If you wanna.
Yeah, watch and you can step over her review.
I don't.
You can mansplain it to her.
I'm happy. Lewis gets one mansplain because he almost died on us. Okay. So you get one, sir. All right.
Let mansplain.
I'll let you.
All right, guys, you ready?
Yeah.
For some.
You gonna play the trailer?
Some of that back.
surge en la pantalla una nueva y
For
sensacional
those that don't
figura.
speak Spanish, they're like, oh, it's the Batwoman.
Una mujer
Did you guys see the version that was in Spanish?
No.
I wish.
Okay, me too. All right. I just want to make sure I wasn't the only like ding dong that ended up watching it in English.
This is another trailer that we can't really use the audio on. I mean, we could have played it for the people that are Spanish speakers, but there's a lot of clicking and popping of the old film going through the camera in there, and you get to see the Batwoman there in her little blue bikini with her mask on, and you get to see the mad scientist there with his white lab coat.
What was this, 1968?
68.
All right, Lewis.
Yes.
Would you like to tell us why you chose this?
Well, I really haven't. I wanted to take part, but I haven't really gone too many movies, and this was just something I had around.
Yeah.
So, I liked it a lot. It's I didn't. It was not what'd you call it? It was in English, so
yeah.
I don't know anything about the what's cut, but it was pretty good.
So the version you watched also had the dubbing, the really like
yeah.
There's a quality to this dub of this movie where it kind of feels like the people are reading it for the first time as they're recording it.
It does. I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, I mean it's funny. It is funny.
It kind of so it's like, so you like movies, and
yeah.
I love that thing where he's just talking about her and he's like, she is trained in all athletics. She is very skilled at archery, horseback riding. And he just starts listing stuff. And then at the end of it, he's like, that is the best way I can explain the Batwoman.
I really dug I thought the score was super groovy. I really liked the music a lot.
So kicky and swingy.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, very cool.
And it looked like Batman. I mean, it looked like the 66 Batman.
Yeah,
it does.
Long episode of Batman.
Great underwater photography. That looked beautiful.
Oh yeah, it really did.
And a cool creature.
I just started watching the 66 Batman.
Yeah.
Not that long ago. I've only seen
within the year
15, 20 episodes so far. But so I was ready for this.
Yeah.
And I understood it. I was like, you're just completely ripping it off.
It was so blatant that it didn't need the backstory because they assumed that we already know because
you called her the Batwoman.
Well, yeah.
And the guy says like she is a woman of means, so she is able to do a lot of things. Like we don't need her the tragic backstory. We know Batman.
I like where she had a costume under her costume.
Yeah.
I like that she wears that cowl to the gym. But still wears like a pink jogging suit, but then the Batman cowl on top of it.
Here's the kid. It's like they know that Batwoman's a crime fighter, and it's like, who could she be? But then she is also a wrestler.
Well, there's a good reason they don't recognize her as the wrestler, Andy, as I mentioned.
Because of that dumpy suit she has on when she wrestles. Is that the only reason why they can't figure it out?
It's a different person who's built completely differently. It's like you and me.
It's not like that.
But still has a cowl.
Yeah, exactly. Same cowl, same bat cowl.
What's her name?
What do you mean, the actor?
No.
It was Gloria. Yeah.
Gloria. Like Gloria is just she's kicky and fun.
And beautiful.
By day.
She is. She's very sexy.
Ooh, E.T. Shane.
But she decided to become a wrestler and fight crime, which her choices are way more fucking fun than Batman's.
She's hardcore.
Yeah. She has a team of two men.
The team of two men.
That know her secret. You are the only two who know my secret identity. That's why this lunch is especially delightful.
Do you think they were all fucking?
Ooh, a polyamorous couple.
Were they all
there
fucking?
Was a little bit of
probably.
There was a little we'll tag when I go in, when you're leaving, when I'm on my way in. You know what I mean?
Yeah, oh yeah.
There was some casual misogyny and sexism. That was fun. It was light.
I like the very scene when she's talking about the mouses. I can't get to I'm a superhero of a mouse.
Yeah, she had to be scared of a mouse. I feel like
because she's a woman. Ta-da.
Yeah. Wasn't there another hero?
How else would you know she was a woman?
Yeah. And you have to give the men something.
If she's frequently kind or suddenly cruel.
What were you about to say, Freddie?
She's nobody's fool. Oh, I was saying, is there another hero that's afraid of rats? Isn't there another superhero that's scared of rats?
Oh.
I thought there was.
It'll
come to me
Elephant
later.
Man?
I'll wake up in the middle of the night. Elephant Man would make sense, wouldn't it?
So I have a question for you. So the villain is this evil scientist.
Yeah.
Dr. Williams, Eric Williams, which is such a bland name for a villain.
But it's exotic if you're from Acapulco.
True.
They're like, what is this name? Eric Williams.
But his whole thing, he wants to make a fish man. He just wants to.
He just wants to.
He's a blatant Frankenstein ripoff.
Blatant.
Yeah, but he's making the creature.
Was his initial experiment in this movie, first scene or two, did he just drop a plastic man doll into a aquarium with a goldfish in it, and then they electrified it?
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't supposed to be a doll, I don't think.
I think it was a shrunken man.
It was. I think it was some kind. I think it was like a weird. I think he engineered that, or it was like they shrunk the wrestler down,
like Dr. Pretorius in the Bride of Frankenstein.
Oh, this podcast is very pineal gland heavy lately.
It is.
It has been. I was like, oh, look, another unconscious connection to the From Beyond. But I don't think that very obvious toy was supposed to be a toy. I think it was supposed to be a living thing.
It hadn't been shrunken down because they showed you.
It's a blatant Frankenstein ripoff because remember Frankenstein, they had those little people in the glass, like the ballerina and the little
the homunculus.
That was his. It was his Dr. Pretorius's big success.
So I feel it was just a shrunken man that was obviously a toy.
Well, it has to be wrestlers.
Because of the prime examples of they're
the prime examples of humanity.
Yeah.
Or your fish man.
Like the Junkyard Dog or Jerry Lawler.
Snake Roberts. He is the pinnacle.
Hey, I love old-timey wrestler bodies. You know, like the barrel chest.
It's called dad bod now.
And they're not cut.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You like in this movie, like the guys with the little trunks?
Like in this movie.
Yeah, exactly. Like the big trunks, the thick trunks.
I get the appeal of that, I think, maybe.
That's fucking
Andy likes a Tom and Jerry era strongman.
Yeah, exactly.
Swim trunks that have a belt.
Yeah.
A man in a singlet gets me all warm.
What's a doublet if that's a singlet? Is that a thing?
2 pieces is what it would probably be.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Man, you solved an ages-old mystery for me tonight.
Is there a jacket that goes with it?
A wrestling jacket?
You're the regular Dan Brown over there with your singlet.
I'm popping secrets left and right. Just popping them.
You're popping secrets.
So Lewis, is this
pop that secret
like a pretty famous movie, or is it known, or is it kind of obscure?
No, it's a pretty popular Mexican movie. I mean, it's of course, now it is, but before it was just a regional, Mexican hit.
Small bags.
And
artisanal.
But now today it's well known.
It feels like it was a tourist ad of some sort.
Oh, so beautiful.
Acapulco.
Yeah.
I want to go there. You've been close.
I have been to Mexico, yes.
No, have you been to the Pacific coast of Mexico too?
Is this on the Pacific coast?
Acapulco
I don't know where
is.
Acapulco
It's
is.
South Pacific.
Like the musical?
Like the musical.
Exactly like the musical.
So he's gonna kidnap the wrestlers, but then Batwoman and then her men and her men are gonna get to the bottom of this.
Yeah,
it's really all that it is, and then it's just like
would they be considered like
titty shots and
Yeah, kind of like they were kind of like her Commissioner Gordon and her Robin, maybe even, or that cop,
or her Alfred. They're kind of like all of Batman's peripheral assistants, kind of rolled into two.
Do you think the intention? She says that one dude, Mario, that was his name, right?
Yeah, Mario.
One of her men. He's from the FBI. Is that correct? Did I get that correct?
Got a Raleigh.
I didn't catch that.
Yeah, she's one person that helps her, and he another guy,
American dude.
Yeah.
Okay, she's got a Mexican fella.
She got hoes in different area codes.
Fella.
Makes sense. She's the Batwoman.
Good for her. I hope she's banging them all.
Of all the trivia, this film does not have a lot of trivia, but one piece of trivia, and you saying the thing about the bottom of things made me think of her. They said that she could only stay in the costume for a small amount of time. You know, how, like you always hear about movie stars.
Which costume,
now?
Though?
The Batwoman costume.
No, like the bikini?
Yeah, with the cape.
Or
the small one, I believe.
Or the dumpy wrestling guy costume.
Because that's not her in the wrestling costume. Again, that's a completely different person.
No, she's such a good actress that she shrunk
I
her
think
body
there
down.
are times where she is in that costume.
For close-ups, for some close-ups, she is. Yeah, but for the big wrestling matches, they bring.
But
in.
yes,
So
clearly.
I think that's Jerry Lawler.
I didn't put two and two. I saw them as the same person.
The woman that was in the suit.
That's George the Animal Steel.
Was very strong and good for her.
So
she looked great. I wish I looked like that. You wish you looked like
Here's the thing,
that.
like maybe it's because I
right.
suspend my disbelief more than you guys, and
I
like,
guess.
ooh, movie magic.
Well,
she didn't look bad. I'm not shaming anybody's figure here. I'm just saying that one of them was a wrestler and one of them is an actress. So, the wedgies, like you hear about now, it's like, oh, it's so hot in that costume. I sat in makeup for 3 hours to become Aquaman, and now she's like, I can only be in this costume for like 20 minutes at a time because otherwise it's inside me.
you bet wedgie.
Wedgie, she's wedgies. The wedgies are so bad that you have to.
Well, you can see them. She probably wasn't used to something of that nature.
Yeah, I mean, like I can imagine that being like fucking annoying as shit.
Was it wedgies both ways?
She said in the trivia it says both ways. It does. It says front and back. So that's like the one of 3 or 4 pieces of trivia about this movie.
You think they could have gotten her different bottoms?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they said I guess it was a rush design. Like they're like, oh, hurry up, everybody!
What
was the rush?
And they could never find other bottoms.
It's
there are just no bottoms to be found.
That's probably why they dressed her in that
That
pink
would take 5 minutes to make.
later.
Okay. Also, what was the rush in the design? They're like, we know we're going to have a Batwoman. We know we're going to model it off Batman's outfit. And we know we're going to want it to be little. I don't see the rush.
It's a great costume.
I'm mad for her.
Oh, agreed.
Every 20 minutes, does she have to just like pull her underwear down in front of everybody on
Like, what does
set?
she do? Yeah, like,
Probably
she picks it like a wedgie,
not.
She's all up in there, Amy.
we need a break for wedgie. Like it's the union rules.
The bell
They have
goes
wedgie
off.
breaks. Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone takes 5.
Stop for tea. Tea and wedgie pools.
Wedgie stop. That's a 5, everybody.
All right, the Batwoman.
We need to help the Batwoman get those out of her stinker and pinker.
Okay, so do he have an intention to make these fishmen just because?
Yeah,
He wanted. Well, he said that he wanted to proliferate the role with them. So I guess there's just his.
He's like Nick Cannon.
He wanted to involve everybody. He wanted to take us back to the earliest form of our evolution.
Yeah.
Right?
Good callback.
Yeah.
Andy.
Why do they? Why? Okay.
Well, I guess I shouldn't question the motives of a mad scientist.
I'm just like, why
He's
mad
mad.
scientist?
Yeah, he's just mad. Oh, Igor had a kind face.
Yeah.
Like
He looked like Damian Bashir.
Yeah, he did look like Damian Bashir.
Yeah.
And
he's a good looking man.
I just had a hard time thinking of
Because
him
you
as
thought about Damian Bashir for a
that
second.
might
You're
be
like,
might be what it was. Damien, could you see Damian Bashir playing Igor in a Frankenstein movie?
Sure.
Yeah.
He's a great actor.
Yeah, I think he could do it.
Anyway, where the fuck were we?
Igor had a kind face. And poor Igor. I mean, he gives and he gives. It's very much that classic minion who's in love with his master, but the master doesn't appreciate him situation.
Yeah.
It's really like the Minions from the movie Minions.
It's exactly like that.
Oh, it all makes sense now.
I hope it does.
The creature design was fun.
I actually thought the creature design was really good. The face was creepy.
Yeah, I love the monster.
Had these big like yellow eyes and like these teeth that were like
very cool monster.
Piranha-esque. Like, but it's just a dude in a suit, so there you go. It's like a humanoid fish.
It is very much the creature from the Black Lagoon from the neck down, like the structure of the suit and everything.
Oh, from the neck down, that's a creature from the Black Lagoon, but from the neck up, it's all Megan Fox.
He's got a body like the creature from the Black Lagoon, but a face like Denzel. But it has like a bug head. It's like a lobster adjacent kind of thing.
Yeah, and I found it like the underwater fights were pretty impressive, I thought.
Yeah, the underwater shit was good.
Yeah,
it looked real good too.
Yeah.
Now you can do that shit with a GoPro. And you can put the creature in digitally.
Or even your
I've
phone.
seen it.
Yeah. We've seen it so many times and it was not as good as this.
So like, yeah, the dubbing took a big something away from the movie.
I just thought it added to it though.
But it added some real fucking weird, hilarious shit.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, yeah, the line readings were
it was the minimum amount of flair.
Yeah. Well, I kind of the Mexican movies of this kind, they are they don't really need to be
like super
specific. Yeah, it's just I wanted to watch a movie like this on without having subtitles.
Yeah.
No, I agree. Alise said the same thing as you. Like,
yeah, you're getting it's like you always wonder though, am I missing like a really great performance? Like because
I really don't think you are.
Think we are. Yeah.
I mean, this is what's kind of. This is a movie you kind of have to take at face value.
Yes.
Oh, Freddie, my sweet summer child.
I really had a good time with it.
Yeah, it was really fun.
I did too. It was a lot of fun.
Now, Lewis,
I love a groovy movie.
Did like the Mexican movie industry? Did they do other like knockoffs like Batwoman, or, like other like American properties?
Superwoman.
Well, they didn't have any comic book properties. They had the song of this DVD is the Panther Woman, which is, but
that's like their own original thing.
Yeah,
that's cool.
So this movie had about different properties, but none other than the Batman.
Yeah.
But it's pretty good.
I enjoyed it.
I'm looking to see if Panther Woman is streaming anymore because I need that in my life. I don't see it.
Oh, it's okay, Amy. I'll find it for you.
Thank you. All right.
That was great.
Anything else about the Batwoman?
No, I think
I had a great
fun. I did too. Love a fun romp, a 60s romp.
I love the cuts of the ladies' bathing suits at that time, and I just
the hip hugger type
because it makes everybody's booty look nice.
Yeah, they're nice.
They look good.
I like the belt. I'm with Andy with the belt and the bathing suit together. I do like that look. I don't know why.
I find men in really short shorts to be off-putting. I don't know why. It's just my thing, and I'm not yucking your yum though. If that's what you want to do and it makes you happy, do it.
You haven't seen me in short shorts.
Not in a while.
Not
since high school.
Not in a while.
Freddie cut himself some jean shorts back in high school.
I cut them deep.
He cut too much.
Were they real coochie cutters?
They were coochie cutters, but for a dude.
And I remember he put him on. He's like, what? And I'm like, no.
Were you showing Brain?
There was pockets visible, out the bottom.
It was way too
Yeah.
And you just couldn't get it through your head for a while.
That they were too short.
Yeah. All right.
You're ahead of your
You
time.
just really liked how clean the cut was. You were like, I'll never cut cloth this nicely again.
They were anything but straight.
Friendly reminder, everybody, patreon.com/NOTLP for the ways to give us your money, if that's what you're into. Yeah.
I don't mean to interrupt.
No, I want you to.
You don't, but I will.
Yeah.
Andy, it's your Topicana.
Oh, I don't have a question. I'm sorry. The same way I forgot to do Origins, I also forgot to do a Topicana question.
You son of a bitch.
He can't tease the squeeze, but maybe he can squeeze your
no one's
tease.
going to tease the squeeze.
No teasing that squeezing. But what I can do is read this list of our Beelzebubs like we have contractually obligated ourselves to do. Are you ready?
With Lord Satan.
So ready.
Alise.
I will see you soon, my love.
Lynn Walsh.
I come from Lynn Down Under.
Alyssa. Branan and Emily. Jeffel. Why are you laughing at me? Dustin.
I'm not.
Iona Goodwin.
I'm hungry.
Dr. Brian.
Sorry, we're going faster than usual, but I think we're all hungry. My
Phil.
tummy is growling.
AKA Jerk Bitch Boat.
Lewis, are you hungry too?
I'm good.
I get this man some food.
This is good.
Bill Farner. Blake.
I was hungry.
Mark Watts.
We had a friend whose coworker ate their lunch, and their explanation was, I was hungry.
Because you were home.
That's a good excuse.
Yeah, it is like the strangers ate your lunch.
That person's a psychopath. Blayne Yogurt.
Oh.
Nothing Blayne about it.
Jordache Jeans.
That was a commercial, wasn't it? Where they're like, plain yogurt. There's nothing plain about this yogurt.
Paul. Hi, Paul.
I think it had pepperoni in it and nuts.
Jeremy and Cassie and
savory
Gamora.
A new Yoplait cured meat collection.
The pepperoni on the bottom. You gotta shake it.
Yeah, you gotta stir it in there with the pepperoni syrup.
I like the prosciutto ones.
I like the whipped olive.
Ernest. Hi. What is your favorite savory yogurt filling? Dave Siebert.
Oh, that sounds so gross.
Michael Burns. And last but not least, Monica. All right, Lewis.
So,
Girl,
Lewis,
hey.
do you have? What's our movie for next week?
Yeah, what are we doing?
Well, what have you decided? I have the ones. I just want to know what you had.
Well, shit. We should probably do this off the air.
Yeah,
then.
Yeah, we'll get it figured out. It's gonna be either Darkato Asenio. I'm having some
Lewis,
troubles
why
today.
you let him do that?
Asenio. Beatrice at dinner. That one's easy. It's that second one. It's gonna be one of those two.
It's going to be one of those two.
Okay.
If you're playing along at home, we'll figure it out.
Beatrice at dinner is great, and I haven't seen. Yeah, and our Kate Delacino I haven't watched.
Yeah, I've never heard of that one.
It's gonna
That's a bad blind by.
Yeah.
I'm into it.
Friendly reminder, you can find Lewis on Twitter, right? At Lewis Fowler, Louis.
Yeah.
FOWLER. Yeah. Anywhere else they can find you that you want them to know about?
Instagram / Lewis Fowler 86. Wait, 80. 87.
87.
No.
Is it a 78?
Yes. Lewis Fowler 78.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was like, he's making himself younger right in front of us.
Bitch, you're not younger than me.
Thank you so much.
Older than me.
Thank you so much, Lewis.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you so much.
See you next week. Bye, everybody.
Next week.
Yeah.
While high above him, Ellen ripped to movies with